Before I go to bed tonight, I just want to thank God for this day. He enabled me to see my 51st birthday when years ago I wasn't sure if I would make it this far. So I am thankful to God for His grace for allowing me to see this many years. Um, I also want to thank my family, my mother, my husband, my children, for all of the love that they showed on today. Two of my girls couldn't be here. One was working, one is in another city, but they both sent and shared their love. My son cooked for me, he and his girlfriend, and family just gathered around, and it's truly a beautiful thing. Uh, and I just thank God for it. My granddaughter even asked me um, some questions that a typical 11-year-old would ask, um, that they look at as being valuable for birthdays and such. And I told her it's much, much more than, those things, even though I appreciate those things and the blessings that I receive, um, that are tangible. But the greatest gift could be those gifts that are just shown through the care and the compassion that family has for me, and I truly appreciate that. Um, I didn't get a chance to post this, and I also want to thank all of the many blessings that I received on social media via text today, wishing me a happy birthday. It truly, truly was a blessing. You didn't have to take time out of your day to do what you did. So I just want you to know that whether it was a text, a social media post, or inbox message, a song, or even if you didn't get that far, but you just thought about me on today, thank you, thank you, thank you, and may God bless you for your love. I had started off, like I said, a few days ago when God prompted me to post about man being created in his image and in his likeness. And so I had started off on I think it was last Saturday, Sunday, talking about uh, God's goodness and talking about the days of creation that he had and what he gave, and went through that several of those days. And so I did miss a couple. I tried my best not to, but I did miss a couple of days. Um, I missed my fifth, sixth, and seventh day. I actually did post the fifth day, but I didn't post the video. But I just wanted to pick up and move back towards those days and finish out my birthday. I think it's now past midnight, but did want to finish out my birthday, um, just remembering what happened in the beginning. And so I'm going to pick up in Genesis 1:20, and I'm going to finish with the first few verses of the second chapter of Genesis. And God said, let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that hath life, and fowl that may fly above the earth in the open firmament of heaven. And God created great whales and every living creature that moveth, which the waters brought forth abundantly after their kind, and every winged fowl after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And God blessed them, saying, be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters in the seas, and let fowl multiply in the earth. And the evening and the morning were the fifth day. Those are verses 20 through 23 of Genesis, where we see that the waters brought forth all kinds of living creatures that had life. Birds flying above the earth and the expansions of the heavens, and great whales and creatures, things after their own kind, meaning that, whatever it was, whatever kind of species it was, it just brought forth more and more and more after that kind. The winged birds after their own kind, so many species. I think I said the other day, I'm just amazed when I look at God's creation, all the different species and varieties that He's created. But He said, bring it forth abundantly. And He was very creative. As far as that, I said the other day how much I love looking at birds and all the different species of birds. And when I go to an aquarium, seeing all the different species of life that are there. And it says, in these scriptures, He said, bring it forth abundantly and multiply. And truly, you see this in creation today. And this was the fifth day. And verse 24 said, and God said, let the earth bring forth a living creature after his kind, cattle and creeping thing, those creepy things, but they all have their purpose, and beasts of the earth after his kind, and it was so. And God made the beast of the earth after his kind, and cattle after their kind, and everything that creepeth upon the earth after its kind. And God saw that it was good. And it was amazing, amazing what He did next. In verse 26 it said, and God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So God created man in His own image. In the image of God created He him. Male and female created He them. And God blessed them, and God said unto them, be fruitful, and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. And God said, I've given you every herb bearing seed which is upon the face of the earth, and every tree in which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for food. And to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, and to everything that creepeth upon the earth, wherein there is life and breath, I have given every green herb for meat or food. And it was so. And God saw everything that He had made, and behold, it was very good. And the evening and the morning were the sixth day. And so we see on day 6, God, you know, the living creatures, all the things that He created after its own kind. And then right after He finished doing that, He made man in His image and in His likeness. And it says, us make man, because in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was with God. And so we know that Christ was there in the beginning. The Spirit we saw moved upon the waters from the very beginning. And so they didn't come afterwards. They had already been there with them. But God gave man dominion over the fish of the sea, the fowl of the air, the cattle, over all the earth and everything. See, we've searched many, many years to try to gain ownership over things. Uh, Beyonce even wrote the song, Who Rules the World? Who runs the world? Girls, or whatever. And God's like, hey, it's nothing new. I gave you dominion over this earth. I gave it to you, a great, great gift. He said, over everything in this earth, all those things I created from day one, you were my greatest creation. You were the creation that I chose to create in my image. Notice everything else he said, that those things were to bring forth things after their own kind. Nothing until he created man was in his image. No fowl of the air, although beautiful as they were. No fish of the sea, no great whales, no creeping things, no great beasts on the earth, no herbs, no nothing. Nothing that he created, not the stars, not the moon, not any of those things were created in his image and in his likeness. He chose us to be that. What a great gift. What a great gift. And we were blessed, as verse 28 says. And it says he created male and female in his image and in his likeness. And he told us to be fruitful, multiply, replenish the earth, and have dominion over it. The fish of the sea, the fowl of the air, everything. And he said he had given us everything that we needed to survive, for food, for sustenance. And he gave those things that he created everything that they needed to survive. He didn't just put us here and say, fend for yourself. He said, hey, it's already here. And that reminds me even today, as he did back then, as he orchestrated, as he detailed every little thing, as he mapped it out, as he thought it out, as he created and didn't forget not one thing in all of the creation, everything from the light and from the day, having the waters, having the land, everything that he did, the animals, the creatures, everything that he did. He didn't leave anything out because he always said it was good. And when he looked at everything that he had done, verse 31, he said it was very good on that sixth day. Because he said everything is complete. Everything is finished. My work is done as far as creation went. And we're part, that last little piece of the puzzle. He saved the very best still lives. And aren't you glad? I am. Because chapter 2, verse 1 says, therefore the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. And on the seventh day, God ended his work, which he had made, and he rested on the seventh day from all of his work which he had made. And God blessed the seventh day and he sanctified and set it apart from all the rest of the days, because that in it he had rested from all of his work in creating and what he had made. And again, he saved the best till last. All the other things good, beautiful, mapped out, just done perfectly. He created us in his image and in his likeness, male and female, gave us dominion, told us to subdue, told us to be over in charge. He gave us the keys. And he knew that it was good. What you see here today, don't ever fool yourself. Don't ever blame God. What he did was good. What he did was very good. So if he gave us control over this world, if he gave us the authority, who's really to blame? But he's just that good. And that he knew from the very beginning, even though it was good, probably wouldn't last very long. But isn't it amazing that a father, a mother, a parent can know that parenthood's not going to be great, that children are going to make mistakes, that they're going to choose wrong choices sometimes, but yet they won't give up. And so our Father God is with us. He knows we're not going to always choose the best path. He knew it from the very beginning. But he loved us so that he took a chance on us, knowing that we would falter and fumble the ball. But he still drafted us for his team. And I'm glad. And I thank him just to be able to serve him, just to be able to worship him, just to be able to call him Abba Daddy. So be blessed, rest well, have peace, and know that when God created you and finished his work and rested, he knew it was very good. Peace. Happy birthday to me. 5 and 1. And God's not done. Blessings.